Hi everyone, this is Mig from Sneaks and Ball PH, and today we have a detailed review on the Nike Dunk High Syracuse. To start things off, I am just super happy to have a pair of these because for one, these are an original colorway of the Nike Dunk High, and second of all, because orange is my favorite color and just having this Syracuse color scheme just made it an instant cop for me. However, I did run into some problems and I just have to get this off my chest. But what happened is that there was a raffle over at Nike and they sent me an email. So naturally, given that I really wanted the shoe, I clicked the email, entered the raffle, and since the Nike Dunk does fit a little long in my opinion, I put a size 9.5 on my raffle entry. I did end up getting a win on the raffle and I was just super stoked, and I even had to get up earlier than usual so I could get them before getting to work. And when I got to the Nike store where I was supposed to claim these, it was a little bit of a confusing situation because they literally took around 30 minutes just looking for my pair in the back, and then they just told me if it was okay that my 9.5 would be a size 10 because there was like a system error. I'm not really sure if it was a system error or someone backdoored my size 9.5, but yeah, even though I was super excited and super happy that I got these, they weren't in the size that I wanted, and it was just a very frustrating experience personally because I entered the raffle, I put size 9.5, and you ended up giving me a size 10, which fits me a little bit awkwardly at the moment, and since it does fit a little bit long, it's gonna crease in weird ways, and that is not something I want. But I am just pretty lucky that I'm friends with Anton from Fits and Kicks PH because he did have a size 9.5 of the Syracuse highs and was willing to trade those for my size 10s. So I guess you can say that it all worked out in the end, but I mean, come on Nike, system error. Sure, we've heard that one before. But anyway, going back to these are the Nike Dunk High in the Syracuse colorway, or what they're officially called by Nike as the Orange Blaze. I would really much rather call these the Syracuse Dunk Highs instead of the Orange Blaze, but I guess Nike just didn't want to pay Syracuse for the rights and everything, so they changed up the colorway name. This was, however, one of the original colorways of the Nike Dunk High, which released in 1985, along with the UNLV, the Georgetown, the St. John's, the University of Kentucky's, the Michigans, and the Iowas. It's really just such a classic and clean colorway in my opinion. And of course, I also wanted the Syracuse lows. However, I did take a big fat L on those, so I was really waiting for these to come out. And I'm glad that they did, and I'm glad that I won the raffle. Nike Dunks are pretty hard to cop for retail nowadays, but there are ways that you can maximize your chances. And my first tip is that you shouldn't have Nike sneakers as your #1 option because it's just next to impossible to get a win on those. I think I've tried hundreds and hundreds of times, and I've only won like 3 times, which would be like the UNC Jordan 3s, the Media Day LeBron 7s, and I think those Co.JP Jordan 1s, so as you can see, the success rate is really low. So my tip number 2 would try and go to your smaller retailers and try to cop them there. Of course, independent retailers have their own mechanics, and some would just drop them on their site and it would be first come and first served. But there are retailers that also do raffles, and here in the Philippines, there are quite a few. So you have Nike Park, which you can sign up to with your email. You have Titan and Titan On Demand. You also have other stores like Commonwealth and Soul Academy that have raffles as well. Then the third tip is to do your research and to know what releases are coming next, because most of the time the sneaker industry does know about the releases a little bit beforehand, and there are a lot of websites out there that also have Instagram handles and whatnot, and my favorite would probably be Sneaker News, but you also have BR Kicks and other sites as well that will help you out in knowing the estimated release dates on the shoes you want. And the fourth tip is that if you don't get a win on the sneakers you want, it isn't the end of the world, and it also doesn't mean that you have to go out and pay resale. I really do love this shoe, but if I wasn't able to cop these for retail, I wouldn't go and pay resale on these right away, because for one, Nike does seem like it's really boosting up its production of the Nike Dunks, and they're dropping more and more colorways every week. Then it's also good if you really want this shoe and the resale prices are a little bit high, so just wait a bit to see if the prices will go lower. So I guess what I'm trying to say is just definitely try to get these for retail, or if you're gonna pay resale, just make sure that you really love this shoe and that you can get it for almost retail. So anyway, that was quite a lot, so let's dive into the tech specs on the Nike Dunk. And for the traction, you do have that signature Nike Dunk and Jordan 1 traction pattern, which is definitely one of the best and most grippy outsoles ever. This did start out as a basketball shoe, but no one really uses this for basketball anymore, and it's pretty much just a casual shoe or a skateboarding shoe. Being that it is more for casual use nowadays, it is still super grippy on all surfaces, whether you're walking outside on the pavement or inside a mall with some tiles and some wood. It's also gonna last you a pretty long time because I have a pair of Jordan 1s that I really beat down for about 5-6 years, and even though the upper has some rips on it already, the outsole is still pretty good. Then for the cushion, just like the Jordan 1, the Nike Dunk has a full-length rubber cup sole. The rubber cup sole is definitely one of the most basic cushions you could ever feel, and is pretty similar to how it feels walking around in a pair of Adidas Superstars or a pair of Puma Clydes. But there is still a little bit of comfort on the Nike Dunks because you do have a nice and soft insole, and it also seems like you have a little bit of foam injected inside the midsole. If you are used to wearing Jordan 1s, Adidas Superstars, maybe even Converse Chuck Taylors, this will probably be pretty comfortable for you. Then for the materials, the Nike Dunk High does make use of an all-leather upper, and the leather is nice and soft, especially in the orange portions. With those orange portions, namely here at the heel, here at the forefoot, and on the eye stay area, you have a pretty thick cut of leather and it is super soft to the touch. And with the white portions here at the ankle collar, the midfoot, and the toe, it is a little bit thinner and is adequately soft, just not as soft as the orange parts. It definitely feels more premium than the stuff we have today, and given that these are priced at around $100 to $110 which is pretty much the same as a pair of Jordan 1 mids or Jordan 1 lows, I dig the materials on these any day. Then for the other materials on the shoe, you do have a textile sock liner with a little bit of padding around the ankle, these nice flat laces, as well as this nylon dong. I do like how that nylon dong feels, and it's pretty similar to the Jordan 1 highs. Then for fit and sizing, as you did hear from my rant a while ago, I wanted to go with a size 9.5, but I was given a size 10. So being that this is a size 10, it does fit me pretty long. So what I would recommend is that if you have a narrow foot or a normal width foot, go down half a size. Then if you have a wide foot, since you do have an all-leather upper, I think you can go through to size. But if you are really cautious and you're only gonna use these for casual use, then you can also go through to size. Then for the aesthetic details, you have that Syracuse orange on the outsole, with that Nike branding here at the midfoot, and on the rubber cup sole, it is this really clean white. Then on the upper, it is a pretty simple and classic color blocking, with that white leather underneath and orange overlays. You also do have orange on the sock liner, which I definitely appreciate because if they did make it white, it would have been really easy to get those dirty. Then of course, you do have some Nike branding with Nike on the insole, Nike on the nylon tongue tab, and orange Nike swooshes on the lateral side and medial side. It also only comes with orange laces out of the box, and even though I really like those orange laces, I know that there are some people that would rather have this white, but you can always buy third-party laces for that if ever you want to change up the look. Then for the overall aesthetics, I just really love how the shoe looks because the Nike Dunk High is such a classic silhouette, and it's a classic colorway as well, featuring my favorite color, orange. Not a lot of people are like me though, and they don't really like orange, so if they were to pick any of the other original colorways, they would have either preferred the UNLVs, those Iowas, or those white and blue Kentuckys. There are so many colorways though nowadays of the Nike Dunk High and the Nike Dunk Low, so whatever colors you like, if you like a bright orange or maybe you like a deeper blue, and whatever color blocking or pattern you want, if you want the classic color blocking like this, or if you like those wild mismatching pairs, there will definitely be a dunk for you. It is just such a versatile shoe in my opinion, and for my own personal preferences, you can't go wrong with the OG color blocking. Then for the price, the Nike Dunk High retails for 5,895 pesos here in the Philippines, or $110. It really is well worth the price if you get these for retail because you get an all-time classic silhouette with a classic colorway, and it's really just one of those shoes that will look good in a lot of outfits. However, resellers have been going at these like crazy, and it's the biggest reason why people who actually want to wear these shoes can't get them at retail. So as of now, the resale price on these can range anywhere from 9,000 to 11,000 pesos, or around $190 to $210. I do recommend that you either wait for another colorway or you wait for the prices of these to go down, because I do feel like as more and more dunk colorways release, the resale prices on these will go down because of the sheer volume of shoes. So once again, just to reiterate, if you don't get a win on a shoe, it's okay. They're probably gonna make other colorways that you like as well. And you can also just wait until the resale prices go down. So there you have it guys, that's my detailed review on the Nike Dunk High Syracuse. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Then if you have any comments, questions, or any suggestions for future videos, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below as well. Then also make sure to join the SNBPH Sneaker Hunters Facebook group because we talk a lot about sneakers, and that's also where I course my monthly giveaways. I will be leaving a link to the Facebook group in the description box down below, so I do hope that you can join. Then if you haven't already yet, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. It would help us out a lot here at Sneaks and Ball PH.